Hello YouTube, it is Jonathan from Total Brohammer. Today I'm coming at you with another community cast. So, this replay was sent in by a certain Count Hustle, and he's playing the Greenskins today against the Vampire Count. So let's go ahead and look at some army compositions. Looks like Count Hustle here has gone with Azag the Slaughterer, with Fate of Buna, as well as Spirit Leech. He's got the Wog on him too, all good stuff. He's got the Mobile Goblin Firing Squad over here of the Death Creepers and the Marvelous Mage Marauders. Looks like he has a front line of Savage Orcs. Interesting choice against Vampires, as they terrify off pretty easy. They do, however, cut through fodder very fast with 36 melee attack and 38 weapon strength, so pretty good. But maybe not so much against the Vampires. Besides that, he also has the Gobbo Firing Squad, and instead of Goblins, he actually has some Night Goblin Archers. Personally, I don't suggest really bringing these guys. I mean, they do have poison, but I don't know, they still only have one armor piercing, so I wouldn't bring it personally. But they'll survive longer than regular goblins, I guess. 15 melee attack, 20 melee defense. I probably wouldn't bring. In the back, he's got 2 Orc Biggins and 2 Nasty Skulkers. I like the Nasty Skulkers. These guys have a lot of utility, and I bring one in almost every matchup. Because even if you don't need the armor piercing, the slow can be... The fact that they're stopped and they have a smoke bomb can be very useful, not to mention the armor piercing. And he's got a giant over here. Over in the forest on this side, looks like he has some Forest Goblin Spider Riders. And as for his vampire opponent, looks like we got 2 units of Direwolves coming in hot right here. The Tithe and a regular zombie up front. A front line of, looks like 2 Spearmen Skeleton Spearmen on the sides, Swordsman in the middle, 2 Graveguard with great weapons. He's got a 3rd Graveguard with great weapon in reserve back here, as well as 2 more Skeleton Spearmen, a Cryptor, a Banshee, and for his Lord, he does indeed have the Red Duke on foot, interesting choice. A White King on foot, also an interesting choice. Along with that, he has 2 Corpse Cart with Unholy Lodestone. So let's see, sorry about that guys, let's see what kind of stats these guys have. So 29 and 31 with 40 melee attack, and what's some 10 bonus versus infantry. Wow, they have even more than great swords. So yeah, these guys should be doing pretty good. Here. So let's kick into gear. It looks like Count Hustle is going to try to get some early fire in on the Corpse Cart with Unholy Lodestone. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like he's going to drop a Fate of Buna on the Graveguard with a great weapon. I like the targeting of the Corpse Cart with Unholy Lodestone, because this is buffing all these guys up, and it's going to make them last a lot longer, as well as heal them. As you can see, he's intercepting with Spearmen, but Count Hustle doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to keep on shooting at him. He's doing some pretty good damage. He's going to drop a Spirit Leech on the Red Duke, and over here it looks like the 2 Hounds did get a good engagement. I don't think the Forest Goblin Spider Riders got a counter charge, otherwise they might do. They'd probably trade pretty well on that. So the Goblin Firing Squad is going to get some shot into the Red Duke, and it looks like the Red Duke actually does have a bronze shield, but if I were Count Hustle, I'd dive this guy right now with Azag. He's going to decide not to do that, but man, his opponent's making a big mistake by just letting the Duke stand there. Alright, so we got some engagements across the front line. As you can see, the Savage Orcs are just made for chopping through zombies. So they're gonna, if they don't get some support, these zombies are gonna disappear fast. That's the thing about zombies. They're a good unit when they're saturated with something else, because then they last forever. Over here, the Goblin Firing Squad is shooting at this Corpse Cart with Unholy Lodestone. It's dying very fast, not as fast as I'd expect it to die. Count Hustle is going to drop the wall right here. It's just going to boost up these Savage Orcs, as well as these Savage Orcs, I think. No, these Savage Orcs actually aren't hit anymore. There goes one Corpse Cart. It's targeting the other Corpse Cart here. Unfortunately, he is getting chased off and screened out by these Spearmen. He needs to just pull these guys around and ignore them. Back here, he's got some Savage Orcs doing nothing. Over in the front line, though, man, these Savage Orcs, I gotta say, they're doing fantastic against these Graveguard. I do believe these are the ones that were hit by the Fate of Buna. The Giant is in there doing a lot of help, too. So it looks like the Goblin Firing Squad had some zombies summoned on it. Very good play by the Vampire player. The Nasty Skulkers are coming in here, and the Rusty Arrows are being pulled back. Looks like the Crypt Horrors are going around to the left flank, where the Vampire player has gotten superiority. I would personally be sending Azag after... Oh, he is after the Red Duke, but I'd make sure to get him to pop his L-Seef, then run away. It looks like his L-Seef is either not off or he hasn't popped it yet. So that's all good right here. Giant over here is fighting the Banshee, and despite the Giant not having magical damage, I mean, he's got, what, 550 armor piercing damage, so he's still going to get some good hits in there, no doubt. So these nasty skulkers over here, blocking up some zombies and some hounds that don't get a charge. Looks like they were passed through onto some archers. That is good for our greenskin player here. This corpse cart still hasn't gone down. They're a lot more resilient than you think, but looks like it's finally dying, and there we go. That's going to really help. Looks like Azag wasn't doing too great against the Red Duke there, as you'd expect. And it looks like some savage orcs are having some leadership problems. But thankfully for Count Hustle here, he's got some big ones, as well as some nasty skulkers to get on these almost full health Sturgemen. Sturgemen are extremely powerful unit. And here come in some Cryptors. Now, I don't think the big ones are going to win this fight, but at the very least, they do actually have an anti-large bonus of 8 right here, so they're going to have more melee attack. And now that we have the log down, maybe it's going to be a different story. Ooh, Archer Sport 2. These guys are poison. Alright, they're going down fast, so good job with the Gobbo firing squad. The fact that this vampire player brought his lord on foot was a big mistake in my opinion, because if he was flying, he could just be summoning zombies on these guys and making them completely useless. Now, as you can see, that is what he's doing. Count Hustle's going to be moving his troops away. You have these savage orcs intercepting these dire pack, but they're going to get some really good damage on these night goblin archers. And the vampire player is wisely pathing his... Oh no, he's not pathing his. He needs to be pathing these zombies out. As you can see, the Duke over here is just fighting off some orcs. Over here, the Banshee is doing very cost effective against the giant, as you'd expect with that, what, 75% physical resistance? Go ahead and look at that real quick. What's Ethereal's physical resistance? I believe it's 75. Oh my god, we're never going to be able to... Why can't you click on units and replace? 75%. Indeed. Alright. So he should be... I would have been using my Spirit Leeches on this guy because they actually don't have that much health. So over here, the Giant's doing pretty good. The Banshee is getting beat slowly, but it's not cost-effective trade. These Nasty Silkers are fighting some Graveyard. That's it's pretty good for them. I mean, they're not going to win, but they're going to do pretty good. As you can see, the Vampire player has actually gotten on his Gobbo firing squad, and I don't know. It's a tough one. Vampire Lord has healing cap, but the Giant's on him now. Azag's still alive. Looks like the Vampire still has some magic as well, so really not sure. Dire Pack, or Dire Wolves over here, are going to get some shots in from some Goblins. The good thing about Goblins is they keep on coming back. Oh, and now that this Giant is on the Red Duke is trying to get away, but he's just caught up on some Orcs who have some pretty good mass. And this Giant is just getting really consistent good hits on him. I'd like to see a Wog over here anytime soon. That would really help. Maybe throw in... Oh, no. Okay. Now this guy has 109 melee attack. He's about to fix up this Banshee. Ooh, was that an overcast? Oh, that was a bad time to overcast. You don't want to overcast when you're that low. And since the Lord is that low, and the Vampires still have a good Lord as well as a Giant, so we're getting a little crumblage on the Vampire side. Looks like the Red Duke is going to be going down here anytime, any moment. Nasty Skulkers are coming to intercept the zombies. Red Duke is down, and the Vampire army begins to crumble. This White King stands no chance against the power of the Giant. So, very good game to Count Hustle and his opponent. I love the Gobbo firing squad. He loves the Gobbo firing squad. Everyone loves the Gobbo firing squad. It is extremely powerful. Pretty easy to shut down, but if you don't, extremely powerful. So as for the Quellinator over here, I would say his army is very suboptimal for fighting Greenskins. For fighting Greenskins, Banshees are pretty good. Red Duke's also pretty good, but maybe you want to bring him on a Dragon. Obviously, the most competitive build for Vampires in most cases is actually the Double Terrorgeist and Dragon. Honestly, they're kinda... Well, I wouldn't say they're underwhelming. But a lot of matchups. Since Warhammer 2 is so monster mashy, that build is just very strong. The Red Duke has Elseef and Curse of Years. He can slow down opponents. Very powerful Lord, especially in combination. And not that you necessarily need it against the Greenskins. You can do pretty okay in the infantry fight, I think. He brought Savage Orcs out, and Savage Orcs, I have to say, have done very well. And even his Nasty Skulkers did some good job cutting down some zombies. He misplayed his cav here with his Forest Goblin Spider Riders, as well as his Mugger's Mangy Marauders. But, honestly, he did a really good job at keeping his Rusty Arrows and Goblin Furnace Squad as safe, you know, as long as he could. I mean, there was these fast mobile vampire units just they're hard to get around, not to mention all the zombie summons, so considering that, I think he did pretty good. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be all for this one. Good game to Count Hustle and Quellinator here. Y'all be sure to send in your replays. You can find the email for Total Brohammer in our About page if you click on the little thing that says for business purposes. So yeah, see y'all. John Tom for Total Brohammer, signing out.